listening to Outta Nowhere. You're listening to the Outta Nowhere Wrestling Podcast, brought to you by WrestleCrate, WrestleCrate.com.
WrestleCrate.com. Let's do this. Outta Nowhere, episode number 54. What's up, wrestling fans? Welcome into Outta Nowhere, episode number 54. The lava lamp is flowing. The blood is pumping through the lava lamp's veins. And it is ready, folks. It is ready. Outta Nowhere, episode number 54. JD from New York, Joe Cronin. Together we combine for over 100,000 subscribers, JD. Did you realize that?
Yes, sir. It's been like that for a little bit, but...
Well, I'll just start gloating about it tonight, though. This will be the night that I gloat about it. Tonight on the show, we're going to talk about Kurt Angle. We're going to talk about the WWE, perhaps a little bit about NXT and stuff. Maybe some other little things. We'll take your phone calls. We'll certainly take your donations live. And, of course, special guest at 11:30 around that time. We'll be joined in a little while by Teddy Goods from Top Rope Promotions and multiple other wrestling associations and independent wrestling companies around the U.S. Teddy Goods. And it's good to hear from you guys tonight. We're going to continue to whore out for the money tonight right here on the,
and
on
also,
the show.
Joe, I have exclusive news on WrestleMania 33.
Wow. Because, we're going to be there?
No, just news in general about the main event.
Oh, okay, all right. And just so you guys, I want you to remember, though, that we are going to be there. JD will be there. I will be there. Grimm's Toy Show will be there. Steven Larson now are going to be there. That's a big one that people demanded.
I'll be drunk all week, so if you guys want to find me, I'll be in some random bar. I'm pretty sure.
We'll be down there drunk. I don't know if my family's going yet, or like if I'm, because I'm not like I'm freaked out about flying and stuff. Like I'm like pretty. Friggin'...
I was actually thinking about maybe you and I renting a car and just going down there driving.
Well, if Leah and the kids don't come, I'll be game for that. I don't know yet. I don't know if we all want to run away. I feel like I won't be allowed. I feel like Leah would want to go.
Yeah, me too.
I don't know what's gonna happen. We'd have to rent like a fucking bus if I took the kids with me. You know what I mean? Look at the coins coming in. Let me. We get a donation right off the bat. Somebody asked a question. It was Canada donated $1. He said, "What is more cringe, Bailey doing poetry or Michael Cole saying 'Here comes the big dog' when No Man Gaines comes out?"
I'm not gonna rag on Michael Cole. I think he did a very good job with the UK tournament. So
he did.
And the news about him leaving fairly soon to do backstage work instead of being on air.
Yeah, I mean, it makes it makes perfect sense to me that Michael Cole is thinking about this, especially with some of the talk I've had with certain people around the WWE and things like that. It makes sense that Michael Cole is going to step back into the backstage, and maybe that's why I'm sucking his ass the last few days. But no, I mean, here's the thing about Michael Cole. You could be sick of him. You might not like his commentary. But what I was trying to say the other day is, like, I just think about this guy probably took a beating, right? He's probably taking a beating in the headphones. Say it again! Say it again! Say it again! Okay, all right, I'll say it again. God damn it. Don't do that. Do this. And, like, the whole show, I mean, just being pounded and hammered on. And now he himself is a producer. He is capable of running the show while being also told what to do by the main people.
Well, he wants to train the announcers now. That's what he wants to do.
Right.
He wants to coach the announcers.
Right. And get off. I mean, I want to get off TV by now, I would think. He was going to do a great job. You know, I mean, they got rid of some good announcers already that they had. Todd Phillips, you think he slides into that spot then?
I think so, yeah. I mean, I would move Mauro Ranallo over to Monday Night Raw with Corey Graves, and I would put Tom Phillips on SmackDown. I think that would be fantastic.
See, I feel like Tom Phillips would work better with Corey Graves because
Tom Phillips has got that pretty boy look for Monday Night Raw, yeah.
And I'm sure they love Tom Phillips, yeah, because it's like that's why I swear to God that's why they didn't like Rich Brennan. We had Rich Brennan on this show, but I swear that's what it was. They were like, he looks like a troll. Let's get rid of him.
Yeah.
That's why I wouldn't do so well. Like I mean, of course, I'd shave my face, I'd get a little skinnier and everything. But even though I would still look okay, I wouldn't look completely trollish. They would still 6'1" skinny boy face Todd Phillips is, you know, that's what Vince wants. He wants some tall guy who kind of looks like him, you know, announcing. They got that other tall guy, the British guy during the UK tournament too.
Oh, Nigel McGuinness, yeah, he's great.
No,
too.
not Nigel.
I would put him on NXT.
Not Nigel, the ring announcer. But yes, I know Nigel is that way as well, with Ring of Honor, or not with Ring of Honor anymore, I suppose.
Let's just hire Jim Ross back.
Yeah. Why not? I mean, you know, he was great during the... I loved him in Stryker on the... I think Jim Ross is slowing down a little bit. Like, when I hear him, he gets a little more... He doesn't add as much as he used to. But during the tournament in the Japan Wrestle Kingdom, Wrestle Kingdom... they did great because JR like knew a bunch of stuff about the wrestlers and came up, and the stuff that he didn't know, like Matt Stryker was like filling him in and like feeding him in very respectfully. It was the opposite of when I did commentary with Matt Stryker. Matt Stryker was like, if I didn't know something, he was purposely going to fucking set me up, like, or whatever. But like when I was doing commentary, when JR was doing commentary with Stryker was like, and JR, I gotta tell you, this is what he's been doing for the last 4 years in Japan.
Wait a minute, Matt Stryker and JR called the Kenny Omega match?
No, 2 years ago.
Oh yeah, that's right. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that was awesome, dude. I don't know who called this year, but I was like, it was 3 years ago. The Wrestle Kingdom 3 years ago. Wrestle Kingdom 9 it was, I believe. So it was 2 years ago.
But I know JR had a commentary for Access TV with I forgot his partner's name. But Kevin Kelly and Carino did it live. So
yeah, Kevin's pretty. I like Kevin, but I just I don't know. I didn't know who did it this year. People are chanting for the lamp, by the way, in the chat right now. Just so you know.
The lamp is over here. It'll make another appearance.
Did you tweet that we're live tonight?
Yeah.
All right, let me just send something out. Because 600 people, I'm disappointed. Where's the 1,000? Jay, did you know my SmackDown review last night? I had over 1,000 people watching. It was like it had.
I seen the stats when I hopped on YouTube after my review was over.
There was more people watching it than Raw, and I couldn't figure out what the hell it was. I couldn't figure out why. It was weird. It was like people were just into SmackDown. They wanted to talk about it. God damn! Look at Alexa Bliss though. Wow, she is the champion. All right, let's take a phone call because I feel like taking a phone call real quick.
You want to see my dick? I'm waiting for it.
It's probably gonna come on. You know, Teddy Goods is gonna come on here and be like, "What the hell kind of show is this?" Let's take the phone call from the 715. What's up, 715? Hey, 715. What's up?
Hey, what's going on, Joe? How you doing, JD?
Hey, man, what's up? It's out of nowhere. What do you got, bro?
715. What's up?
Hey, JD, I want.
Dude, you there?
JD,
He fainted. He was like, "Oh, JD."
Oh my God, JD.
He's waxing his carrot to your voice. 864. What's up?
What is going on, guys? How y'all doing? It's time for Out of Nowhere. The chat is going crazy for the lamp.
The lamp. You keep talking like this, I'm gonna hang up on you. No, I'm just kidding. No, you know the lamp is great. Now let me ask you something, because the lamp is red, but like if you could, the lava lamp could be any other color. What color would you prefer it to be?
I'd have it be a mixture of black and red, since those are my two favorite color combinations.
Oh, for like the because the NWO Wolfpack.
That's right.
I'm
there it is.
You want a payment, and you want to see my dick?
Want to see my dick?
Do you want to see my dick?
Oh my God.
Sean's view is more over than the lamp.
You my penis. I'm Sean's view. Don't screw with me, or else I'll show you my pee-pee.
What a donation.
Do you want to see my dick?
I see your Roman Reigns and John Cena and Eva Marie figures.
JD's lava lamp is more over and a much more effective baby face than Roman Reigns.
This is true.
Hey, Joe from the UK, thank you for the 1313 donation and the Sean's View donation on top of that. You're the man. You're the freaking man. All right? Thank you. Thank you, Joe from the UK. But yes, NWO Wolfpack. You like the Wolfpack colors? I give you the Wolfpack, baby. Yeah, get that lava lamp going. Motherfucking yeah.
Yeah.
Wolfpack. Lava lamp.
Here is an interesting fact. In the last 5 years, a part-timer has been in the main event of Wrestlemania. 2012 and 2013 was The Rock. 2014 was Batista. 2015 was Brock Lesnar. And 2016 was Triple H.
Triple H. CJ Crumb. Very interesting, CJ Crumb. Thank you for the $5 shit bum donation. We appreciate all the money you're sending us tonight. You know, I think we'll talk about this after. There's like stuff about CM Punk we can talk about and things like that. People are starting to go nuts with those rumors again. But 864, you got one more thing before I let you go?
Yes, JD is a guy in Discord named Old Man Davey, always talking shit about you. You have a few words to say to him?
Old Man Davey's a faggot. Don't worry about him.
Hey, don't yell at my buddy, Old Man Davey. He's a
He started
psychopath.
shit with me. I didn't start nothing with him.
Hey, I like Old Man Davey. He's a psycho.
I did too, but now he's a faggot.
Well, I blocked him about
love you
7
guys.
times. I blocked that son of a bitch. Luigi Bull.
I got no
Luigi-
problem with Davey. I know he's in the chat, but I know he's busting my fucking balls.
He
for whatever
busts.
reason. I don't know.
Like somebody else would have been blocked by you, but yeah, he is stretching it. What's up, Joe and JD? Is it me or is Alexa Bliss like the reincarnation of heel Trish Stratus from the PG era? What else is he saying here in this donation? Her body language, her mannerisms, facial expressions, and even her voice are all very reminiscent of heel Trish. Kind of. I think Trish played a better face, though, to be honest. I think maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm forgetting how she was, but I thought she played a better face.
And I think Mickey plays a better heel, to be honest.
Yes.
I'm glad they brought her back as a heel.
Alexa Bliss plays a better heel. Was she talking about Alexa Bliss? He was
No,
talking-
I mentioned Mickey.
Oh, Mickey James.
I think Mickey's a better heel.
Oh, well, yeah, that too. I mean, and she came in as a heel with the whole Trish Stratus thing. I was talking about Alexa Bliss. This is the Teddy Goods t-shirt, by the way. If anybody wants to get the Teddy Goods t-shirt, go over to ProWrestlingTees.com. I believe his t-shirts are all over there. Also, get my t-shirt. It's over there. JD's are on Barbershop Window. Go over there, and you can combine it, and you can get a deal on the shirts. I don't know, some shit. Go look for the coupons.
Here we go. Money talk.
It sure does. Dollar.
You guys got the best podcast. Fuck heaven, dumb JD and Joe for writers and Kurt Angel Royal Rumble.
Kurt Angel.
Fuck yeah.
Thank you, EP201. Episode _201. Thanks for the $13 Shane McMahon donation, EP. EP, you're the man. You know, I don't know if saying all that's going to get us jobs, but that's fine. I don't care. Me and JD don't give a shit. Like, we're like kind of like fuck it. We're gonna kick so much ass that people are gonna beg us to do shit. We don't give a damn. I'm not sucking. I'm not Justin LeBar. Hey, Justin. Justin's actually been a little more critical recently.
Yeah, because he's got a new podcast.
Well, he wanted to do this shit. Remember we were supposed to do shit with him, and then what happened to that?
Trust me, LeBar is he's got a great mind for what he talks about, but you know, when you meet him face to face and you really want the cold hard fucking facts and truth, he'll lay it out there for you. He's not going to sugarcoat anything.
Oh, in person.
But I understand why he does. He's a businessman and he's got to do what he's got to do.
All right. Well, we'll find out if the snake or the real talk gets it done. No, I love LeBar though. I really do. He's a cool dude. I don't think he's figured out that my Twitter's changed yet. Okay, I was going to tell you a story about JT Dunn in a second, but let's get to some wrestling real quick before we take calls and all that other shit. Dude, what do you think? Kurt Angle in the Royal Rumble.
Only if he stares down Brock Lesnar. If they're in the ring by themselves and Lesnar goes on one of these streaks where he just eliminates 4 or 5 fucking scrubs, and then all of a sudden you hear that music go off and he's walking down the aisle and they have a stare down in the ring and they own the ring for about 10 minutes, that's it.
Oh, yeah, you have to do that. If he's
Yeah,
in the Rumble, would it be, to me it would, but would it be disappointing if Kurt Angle was just entered into the Hall of Fame and then that was it? Like, I mean, what would you think?
He's going to be part of WWE storylines going forward.
Okay. Is that news that I'm missing? I mean, I would assume he would be, but I mean, is that news that I'm missing?
Yeah, that was reported today.
By who?
Let me see.
You better see. You better fucking. I want to know who the fuck said this, because if it was Meltzer, I don't believe it.
Let me find it.
You better find it. You better find it right now. This is so. I shouldn't be treating you this way. What's up, everybody in the chat? How you guys doing? We are going to take your phone calls in just a few minutes. Make sure you click the like button, stick the thumb up our ass. In about 12 minutes, we'll be joined by Teddy Goods. We'll get to some questions with him. We'll hang out. We'll talk some road stories and stuff like that. Speaking of road stories, we are talking about Kurt Angle. We're going to talk more about Roman Reigns. I made a video earlier on Twitter that I said basically that I think Roman Reigns, you need to take that chest protector off, bro. Okay? What kind of bullshit is this? This guy's been wearing a chest protector for like 3 years.
Could a part-timer be in the main event of WrestleMania this year, like Goldberg versus Brock?
Yes.
Lesnar.
We could have Goldberg there. It could be Brock Lesnar again if you're counting him as a part-timer. It could be Triple H.
Cage Seats is talking about it.
Okay, well, that's pretty credible. That's fairly credible. They're talking about it, though. Is it speculation or is it fact? We don't know. Triple H could win a title somehow. It could be Seth Rollins winning the Royal Rumble. Seth Rollins is my top 3 pick right now to win the Rumble. I don't know. Maybe there's somebody else. I mean, like I said, I wanted to see Kurt Angle versus AJ Styles. I've been talking about that for months now. Kurt Angle versus AJ Styles is what I want to see. But we
might still get that.
Maybe, and maybe AJ won't have
I don't know if you watched my SmackDown review, but I mentioned that if Styles loses the title at Royal Rumble, which everybody's expecting him to, you know, he's obviously going to be owed a rematch, so Shane could be a dick and say, you know what, I'll give you a rematch, but it's going to be in the chamber. You don't have to qualify, you're in there. That's your rematch. He loses that, and then Styles goes on and flips out on the fucking on Shane McMahon and the management on SmackDown, and then he hires Kurt Angle to take care of Styles, to treat him a lesson. Like, you think you're the fucking best in the world? Well, look who I got. WrestleMania, Styles and Angle.
Yeah, there you go. But fuck you, JD. I've been saying this for months, so suck it. You are not going to take the credit for this one. I'm not going to get tweets that say, JD called it. I'm gonna start a list of when JD was wrong. How about that? How about, you know, I love when you block people too. Like some guy the other day was a smartass. What do you get, like 10 things right, and the guy never said anything about that, but you got one thing wrong, and he was like, "Didn't get that right, huh, JD?"
Yeah, everybody was fucking nailing me for, well, I thought you said Mickie James wasn't going to be a La Luchadora. I'm like, no, you fucking retard. I said Deonna Purrazzo played La Luchadora. I didn't say that Deonna Purrazzo was going to be unveiled as La Luchadora. It was going to be Mickie James all along.
Somebody help me, I'm in the fucking slammer.
Oh, God, Adam Rose. Jesus
He's in the news, too.
Yeah, we got to talk about that right now, actually.
Hoping Angle makes his debut in the Rumble. Fuck Roman in the pussy, rather see Alicia Fox. Shout out to the Discord chat.
Null Death, thank you for the 911 donation. Somebody call 911. I don't know how to one time, Joe. Thank you, Adam Rose, for the donation. Sorry. So Adam Rose, and by the way, he's cool with that donation. I've showed that donation to him, and he kind of thought it was funny. As funny as he can. He's not like Raymond is. What is he? He's going by Kruger again. Leo Kruger's back. He's killed his alter ego. He has killed Adam Rose. He's killed Aldo Rose. Aldo Rose is dead. Did you see the picture of himself where he had the fucking bunny head all bloody? He's got the bloody bunny head. I mean, the video is unbelievable. Who did that? Was it PW Insider or somebody?
Yeah.
Somebody picked up the news on this.
Oh,
anyway.
no, Pro Wrestling Sheet, Ryan Satin.
Pro Wrestling Sheet, okay. Yeah. And, yeah, he was like, now he said his, like, Twitter got hacked and stuff. I don't even know if that's true. I lost my Twitter, 37,000 subs. I got suspended. My new Twitter is @JoeCroninJCS. Go follow me on Twitter, my new Twitter account. I should probably take the one that's showing down right now, but whatever. But anyway, so what do you think about this? It seems like he was wrestling everywhere, dude. He was making a video about Brutal Bob Evans every day. He was hitting the independent scene hard. And then he said, remember he came on our show, what was it? It came on out of nowhere not that long ago, and he said, I'm going to do a lot of wrestling around and discover independent wrestling, and then I'm going to go get if I have some new job, he's going to take a real job, and he had some plan or something, he said, and we didn't know what that was. But now it seems almost like that he went to hang out with his family, really. Took a break to see his family.
Shit bum.
Guno JD, where's the new Resident Evil 4 video, man?
Okay, well, hold off on this. Let me finish this, and then you can talk about Resident Evil. Thank you, Awandi from AD206. Awandi. Awandi's the man. Thanks for becoming a $5 shit bum, Awandi. Yeah, so I think he went to take a break, I think he did. I think he went to get a real job, hang out with the fam, and now I think he's ready to do the Weekend Warrior thing as Kruger. I guess he's not Leo Kruger. He can't be that. He can be Kruger, though. And I don't know. It was, like, sick and weird, and I love it. He's, like, a personality change. He plays... It's amazing that this guy can play a fun-loving party character, and then at the same time, a guy that you wouldn't feel comfortable going to sleep in the same room with. You know what I mean?
You think this might be his gimmick to come back to the WWE or no?
No.
Or NXT or something?
I don't think so. I think this is the gimmick for the independent scene. I mean, I don't know. Maybe he got booked a lot as Rose, and now he was like, well, let's make some. I got to make waves coming back. So there it is.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, this donation.
Good thing it's now before Teddy gets there.
Put your penis onto my tits. You just stuck it in me. Stick it in your pussy.
Oh my god, this is... Look at that. Look at her. Now that girl should be a ring girl. She's come down to the ring with somebody.
They should just make WrestleMania a Smackdown exclusive pay-per-view.
They should make
SmackDown
an exclusive pay-per-view. I don't know about that, but thank you, Charlotte's Fake Tits, for the donation. Wandy had a question for you before that, JD. What's up with the Resident Evil?
Resident Evil's coming on Friday.
Friday. Take it easy. Call them out, JD. I want to see fire from your ass tonight. I want you to.
That wasn't a fire question.
That wasn't worthy of fire.
Yeah.
Okay, I like it. All right, so
what do you think of the Hardys and them fucking coming out? This expedition of gold. Yes.
I love anything. Everything they've done has been gold. Like, it's friggin' phenomenal.
Willingly calling out American Alpha and Sheamus and Cesaro.
They keep keeping me interested, is what the Hardys keep doing. Someone asked me what were my favorite matches that I've ever called the other day, and I said, some of my favorite matches. Oh, here we go. Oh, we're getting donations. It's donation night right now.
Donate $9 if you give 0 fucks, and if you're out of luck, shucks,
man, you suck.
Monday Night Raw got me so uninspired. I wish I was dead. I fucking light myself on fire. $9, $9, $9, $9. Donate $9, $9, $9.
Look at that! Oh,
$9.
Oh yeah, on the tongue.
Raw sucks.
No Death, not a fan of Monday Night Raw with a $9 donation. Ah!
Can Jesus microwave a burrito so hot he himself can't eat? BTW still waiting on that Kevin Dunn donation. JD and Joe, you guys are the tits.
Null Death, thank you so much. You are the tits, my friend, for donating $9. Charlotte's Fake Tits as well. The Hardys are on fire, man. Hey, Kevin, how are you?
Broken Hardy.
Your teeth are like too perfect. Like even mine are more messed up than yours. Like yours are just flat going across. Like that's almost an insult right there, to be honest. That is unbelievable. So we talked about Kurt Angle. I mean, Kurt Angle. So he gets the Rumble. He gets something going on. He goes to WrestleMania. If we get that, I mean, I will be beyond ecstatic about that shit. You know what I mean? I mean, I'll be ready to go. Now. Kurt Angle just he's booked. He's got some independent dates still. I don't know if you've seen this. He's maybe it's XWA. I don't know. He's got some independent stuff to do.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it be? Somebody was like, "Don't get hurt." You know what I mean? Like, doesn't it always happen that way? That somebody just gets hurt, like right before something cool is about to happen. Are you concerned about Kurt Angle getting hurt? Says Mike Jones in the chat.
I don't think so. It depends on who he's wrestling. Who was he wrestling?
I don't know. Did he already have that match with Cody Rhodes? Remember they were supposed to have that. That was maybe Northeast Wrestling, I think. He was supposed to have like the third match.
He wrestled Cody a few times.
Well, he had 2 matches with Cody. They split, and this was the rubber match.
Ah.
So this was supposed to be like a big thing. It was, it's booked as like a big deal, and I don't know if it already happened, to be honest, with all the stuff that I've been doing, or if it has not happened. I don't know. Let's take a quick call.
Shit bomb.
From Izzy.
I am a fan of Roman Reigns. I do want to see him get over, but not as a face or heel because people would still boo him. To get him over, you need to book him like Brock Lesnar, which is just beating people up. You turn him heel when he feuds with John Cena.
I think he would be so good if he was like, women love me, your boyfriend hates me, like, and then he was just an ass, like, you know what I mean? If he did that type of stuff, he would just, everybody would be like, oh, it's free reign to hate this guy now. EP201, thank you for the donate. Or is that CJ Crumb? CJ Crumb, thank you for the $5 donation. And now here comes another $9 donation. It's coming in hot. Turn it up.
Donate $9. It's
gonna be a long show tonight.
Zero fucks, and if you're out of luck, shucks, man, you suck. Monday Night Raw got me so uninspired. I wish I was dead. I fucking light myself on fire. $9, $9, $9, $9. Donate $9, $9, $9.
People are donating like crazy tonight.
Raw sucks.
Wow, people are not happy with Monday Night Raw. They're loving SmackDown, though. They're loving WWE SmackDown, but Raw's getting buried.
If you guys were the writers on Raw, it would be epic. I am glad I work on Monday nights, not Tuesday.
EP, listen, dude, thank you so much for the donation. We appreciate you, EP201. I don't think I've ever seen you do that donation before, but I love it. I love that you're bringing it. Listen, we're going to bring in Ted. Teddy Goods is going to be here. We're going to get a donation from Kenny the Tits Omega in a second. Let's see what Kenny has to
your
say.
Power Ranger vid was the tits. Any chance you do a Mario Kart Monday again, or you and Joe do a gaming show? Boss ass balls.
Hey, Kenny, we're probably going to do something like that soon, Kenny. We're going to do a show where we're going to do a show called Beer Goons, and we're going to talk about everything. And we might even do video games, to be honest. Izzy, I'm going to get back to you in a few minutes, buddy. But right now, our guest is here. We'll talk more about wrestling with you guys in a few minutes. Try to hold the donations while we get Teddy on, but we'll see what happens so we can get through the whole damn thing. Anyway, Ted, what's up, man?
Hey, what's up, dude?
What do you think of the feed? Everything look good?
I can't see anything right now, actually.
Oh, really? Hold on. I added my video. Now you can see the show. There you go.
Nope, I still can't see anything.
Well, you're blind. No, no. Let me see.
I'm not too familiar with this program.
This technologies.
Yes.
Wait a minute though. But did you get a computer? Can you see the link to the show and everything?
Oh, hold on. Yeah, I probably could do that.
You just have to mute it, or you're gonna be like blown because there's a delay. You're gonna hear the delay and everything.
I gotcha. Let's see. Live now. Man, the donations are just pouring in, huh?
Yeah, this is I should have thought of this 12 years ago.
Wow, what a terrible photo of me. Oh, is that because it's
That's your Skype photo, yeah.
Wow, that's awful, huh?
Hold on, let me get the real Teddy Goods up here. Hold on a second.
Yeah, that photo's probably about 10 years old.
I know, I saw it and I was like, wow, it's like Teddy Goods when I was in high school. Let me see. Let me get you up here. Okay. This is a pretty cool one where you're just like, let's go. So the other day I did that. I got a funny kind of story to start this thing off with in a second, but hold on, let me get this. All right. So
hey, out of curiosity, can you see me in video, or is this just an audio interview?
I'm just hearing audio. Yeah, audio's fine, but yeah, I'm just.
But if I reconnect with you, is there a way there could be video with this as well?
Yeah, when you called me earlier, I could see your video. It was good.
Yeah. Hey, let me call you right back, dude.
All right, let's do that. All right, Teddy's gonna call right back. We'll get his video on here.
I guess while he's squaring that away, should I read this article on WrestleMania's main event?
Yeah, let's see that.
All right. For everybody in the chat, there's exclusive news going on right now. One of my subs, Brett R527, sent me this in DM.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, Vince McMahon is. Let me pull the article up here. He wants 100% sure Roman Reigns is going into WrestleMania the Universal Champion. So this is
Really?
this week it was Roman versus Braun being discussed. Vince got cold feet on that one, so that might not even be happening anymore. Right now, the big rumor, the strong rumor right now backstage is Roman versus Undertaker is leading the charge for WrestleMania.
Wow.
Vince wants Cena and Undertaker. He wanted it the last 2 years. Roman being in the title match now is Vince's top priority at WrestleMania, and he may need the Undertaker to slide in to help Roman get over.
Wow.
So that's what's going on right now. Vince has also thought about doing Roman versus Brock versus Goldberg in a triple threat, but the Undertaker Roman right now is the leader of everything right now.
But see, if they do Undertaker Roman, I mean, you're going to have an entire audience behind the Undertaker.
Of course, Roman's career will be fucking dead forever, literally.
It's like at a standstill, like because they just won't make this poor guy. Make him a heel.
And one insider said he's wondering. The insider was like to Wrestling News World. He was like, "What happened to the days of knowing the WrestleMania main event for the next year, the day after the show, the year prior?" It's like, well, why is everything up to the fucking last minute with these guys now?
I mean, I'm not the biggest fan of knowing a year in advance. I thought that was like a one-time thing, sort of, or like a once-in-a-while thing that happens. I don't think it's something that should be happening all the time. But at the same time, it's also good when you have a champion who goes in, who's had the title for 3 to 5 months, who has built that heat, old school style. I don't know what's going on with Ted, but when he calls back, it hangs up right on him. It's not taking his call. Ted, let me add Ted to the call. Maybe Ted won't see that coming, but yeah, I mean, like when you get that build up and then the heel finally loses, I mean, like that's the type of build up you really want. Even when Triple H won it, remember when he won it, then Roman went against him?
Yeah.
It was like, well, Triple H didn't have the title for long. So he didn't even have the belt for that long. So it was just like, oh, well, Triple H just had the belt and now he's wrestling Roman. But if he had it for long, it might have been better.
Dude?
Hey, what's up? Let me see if it's working now.
I'm still in the same boat here. I don't know why I can't see video.
That is weird. Yeah, because I even shared it now, so JD can see it, but I guess I don't know why you can't. But anyway, you're on phone now, so. Anyway, I got this badass picture of Teddy up, though. Take a look at this. Rah! Can whoop your ass. Oh, we dropped him again. He's trying again. Let's try this. Nope, every time he calls, it hangs right up on it. So while he figures that out, let's get back to talking about this shit. Undertaker, I think that's a mistake. I think Undertaker and Roman is a mistake. I can't believe that will happen. That I would do, see, the only reason I would do that is because I don't know where to book these other people. Oh, we got Roman's free and Undertaker's free. All right, well, let's put them together. But it's the only way it's going to work is if Roman Reigns is an absolute heel. Like
but you look at the other matches. I also read the other day that WWE might possibly want to do Kevin Owens versus The Undertaker because they might not want to have the Jericho match at WrestleMania. I don't know about that either.
Glorious. It's glorious.
I'm fucking Bobby Roode. Triple H wants to fuck me. Glorious.
Yes.
Roman sucks. Roman can't be champion. Angle versus Styles. Take my money plus. How about them Cowboys, eh? You rock Joe and JD. Well, you're a small step below Joe, but still funny to watch.
Thank you, Mag what? Mag what is kicking ass to those big donations. You wouldn't know it with his donations. You'd think I'm God to him. Mag, you're the shit, dude.
As far as the Cowboys go in that Packers game, just keep in mind that that last catch before the field goal was caught on the 33-yard line, and the field goal was kicked by a field goal kicker with the first name of Mason.
Mason Ryan?
Oh my god, I'm so fucking horny. Oh my god, I'm so fucking horny. Oh my god, I'm so fucking horny. Happy fucking birthday. Oh my god, so fucking horny. Oh my god, so horny. Oh my god, so horny. Happy birthday. Oh, honey. Donation, time. Put it in my round bum.
Go.
That was like a perfect segue.
Horny for Alexa Bliss's sweet ass.
Oh.
Nia Jax has bigger balls than Roman Reigns.
Oh my God.
Welcome to Out of Nowhere, Teddy Goods.
Oh my God, he just said Nia Jax has bigger balls. Oh Christ. Thank you so much, Null Death. That was Null Death chiming in again. Gotta love that Null Death.
Let's take a poll. Whose ass is nicer, Bailey's or Alexa Bliss's ass?
I would say Alexa, but that's me. I mean, maybe I'm...
I'd go with Alexa, too. If I had to choose between the two.
Let me try to add...
For everybody in the chat.
Well, everybody in the chat knows the deal. I just figured I'd try to add Ted. Oh, he just keeps hanging up. I don't know what's going on. Maybe we'll just pretend that we'll interview Teddy Goods. Hey, guys, it's Teddy Goods. That's not how Teddy Goods talks at all.
Hey, Teddy Goods, can I show you some Raw?
Hey, Ted, tell me about the first time you ever wrestled. I beat the hell out of this other guy. That sounds like Jake the Snake Roberts.
We want him on Raw to wrestle in a 2-minute match every week.
Oh, my God. Well, his partner might have met him, you know.
Oh, yeah?
Ted wanted to see if I could add him to video chat, but I can't. I mean, he should just be enabling his camera. If I call you, Ted,
That's what I figured. I figured it'd just be a click of a button.
Yeah, when I add Ted, he should be able to just enable his video camera. That should be what happens. But otherwise it doesn't work. It just it adds you, but then you have to enable video. But I don't know why we're not getting video. I mean, I can mute people's video, but let me see. JD, you know what? I'm gonna take his call. Let's see what happens here. All right, Teddy, there you go. We'll have JD call back.
Wow.
All right, so because if I add you like this, then JD calls back, it should work. Let me just tell JD to call, because he's probably like, why did I get hung up on? But theoretically, it should have just taken you on here, and then you should have been good.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm here.
Okay, let me tell him to call back, or I'll add him. All right, yeah, you're looking a lot different now.
Cool.
All right, let me try to add JD. Get back here, you bastard. You're not going to get out of this. There he is. All right, JD, what's up, man? I got you back. I got Teddy here. Oh, now it hangs up on Teddy's video. Oh, no, there's Teddy's video. Okay, so Ted's video's up.
I got Teddy's video now.
Okay, so now everybody's here. Now we're good. Okay, cool. I was going to hope we could take phone calls, but now we can't take phone calls because of the way this is set up, but that's fine. If people have questions, we'll just have you guys write it in the chat, or tweet me on Twitter if you guys want questions for Teddy, at Joe Cronin JCS. Tweet me on Twitter or write them in the chat. We'll try to take phone calls if I can fix it, but I don't know. So, JD, the first time we got to, JD, you got to do a guest announcing spot with me. We saw Teddy wrestle at the Fall River show.
Yeah,
that was probably your first time seeing Teddy. But Ted, tell us, because you got a long. There's a lot of stories probably for you. When did you start wrestling?
I started wrestling in like 2000.
It's been 16 years. It's like
a long time ago. A long time ago.
I say, when you started, who did you start in Fall River? You were trained in Fall River?
I trained in New Bedford with Brickhouse Baker.
Oh, wow, okay.
Eventually, the school moved to Fall River when Spike Dudley took over.
Okay. Yeah, no. Brickhouse Baker is fairly well known in those parts, and of course in New England as well. Maybe some people aren't familiar with him. Maybe some of the people listening are. Now, when you got started, right? Now you're a guy like us. I mean, you're born, in the '80s. Like when you were a kid, who were you watching the most? Was it like Hogan and Ricky Steamboat type of stuff, or
Ultimate Warrior, Brutus Beefcake, Ravishing Rick Rude?
Do you have every poster that's ever been hung up at every wrestling show behind you right now?
No, that's actually, I'll show you guys quick. It's like a handful of like old posters from events in like New Bedford and stuff.
That's cool.
That Ultimate Warrior poster behind me, I found at my parents' house.
That's cool.
And it was mine when I was a kid, so I hung it up in my office.
Dude, my dentist is a Warrior fan. I was sitting there at the dentist one day, and I said something about wrestling, and he was like, I love the Warrior, and he started going off about all these things, and I was like, what? He goes, yeah, he sent me all this stuff.
Speaking of Warrior, have you guys ever heard of One Warrior Nation?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I've heard of it. I'm not familiar with it, though.
YouTube that when you get a chance. It's a guy who basically pretends he's the Ultimate Warrior, claims to have been one of the... Apparently, there was more than one version.
Oh, okay. So I was just thinking you were thinking of the name One Warrior Nation. I didn't know it was like a guy who's pretending to be one of the Warriors.
No, you need to look it up right now. One Warrior Nation.
Oh my God, JD, pull that up. Go pull up One Warrior Nation. I want to see this jackass.
Let me see. Hold on.
Is he
just look up One Warrior Nation Wrestling. It's like it's an imitator.
Is he cool or is he a psycho? I mean, like what's?
No, he's a total psycho. I think he wrestles like once a year now.
Okay. He's a psycho. Great. No.
But he claims to people that he's to fill in as the Ultimate Warrior.
Oh my God!
But the only problem is this guy's about 5'4" and built like Chief Jay Strongbow.
Yeah, I used to fill in for him. I used to run in. I'd have to be the guy that lays down for him, or the stunt double. That's so weird.
Yeah, but he's telling people like spike this and like actual real former WWE wrestlers. I've heard him tell many people over the years this story.
What the hell? Like, I mean, like if he was like 6 feet tall and he like kind of looked like him, that would be when you could get away with that sort of stuff.
He's got the mannerisms down. I'll tell you that from what I'm looking at now.
Does he? Oh my God, dude! I gotta go watch this.
He's got the hair down too.
Dude,
he even has a tattoo of the Warrior on his arm.
He's got a fucking gut on him, but and he's got no chest, but.
So he looks like me.
He's a foot shorter, but other than that, he's like the exact same thing, but he's their exact copy, but the exact opposite at the same time.
That's crazy. So recently, Teddy, we're going back in the past. I'll probably bounce around here and shit, but recently, I called a match that you sent me the other day so we could get it up, and it was JT Dunn and you in a good main event match, and I called the match, and I had this little thing going on with this guy we've been laughing at because he's been tweeting stuff to like Road Dogg and to all these people on Twitter, and he goes, one of the things that he said the other day is, "Ooh, I really like it when they slap each other, when the wrestlers slap each other," and I was like,
in the face?
Well, I was like, do you mean chop each other or do you mean like slap in the face? He was like, they always do that Ric Flair slap. I'm like, yes, the chop. And then Road Dogg sent him like a funny meme thing. So I sent out the video earlier of that, and it said it was you versus JT Dunn, and I go, you'll love this, plenty of slapping, and because you guys chopped the hell out of each other in that a few times.
Yeah. Hey, funny Road Dogg story. I wrestled him at PAL, a team with Brutal Bob Evans against the New Age Outlaws.
Oh, I saw that. What was
that?
On
YouTube, actually, somewhere. Like
4 years ago?
God, more than that. Probably like 7 years ago. Like a long time ago. Definitely well over 5 years ago.
We talk about Road Dogg a lot on the show because he's, I don't know why, but he's, we have some kind of weird thing going on. I don't know what it is.
What's your connection to him? I see you're always tweeting at him.
We just, I don't know. Like, he's bizarre. I swear he watches the show and then he's like, I don't know, Joe, Oh, we got a glorious donation.
There had to be a fucking button in the middle of the thing.
Hey, just out of curiosity, guys, how does this work? When someone makes a donation, they can play any video they want?
I can't hear you. Can you hear the donation?
Triple H.
I can't hear shit.
Oh, you guys can't hear it. Hold on a second.
Listen, you fucking goons. There is a reason why Vince McMahon has made me the guy.
So what's happening is, what's going on right now is, because we added the call weird, you guys aren't hearing the volume of my computer. So normally, you're not going to hear the donations, unfortunately. So you know what? I'm going to have to, I don't know what to say, but this guy says, listen, goons, there's a reason why Vince McMahon made me the guy. I'm more of a box office and bigger draw than Hogan. Come on, Royal Rumble. I'll be the Universal Champion. You'll just have to deal with it. Believe that. P.S. J.D. Dunn says, GTFU, goon. And that was
Who's J.D. Dunn?
Oh, that's JD's.
Maybe he teams up with One Warrior Nation as a JT Dunn imposter.
Yeah, JD's Dunn. JD's Kevin Dunn.
Hey, at least Roman Reigns gave you guys $24 during this segment.
Thank you, Roman. Yeah. Thank you, Roman. I'm gonna buy some perfume with that or something. Hey, well, maybe we can ask Biff, who's over, and maybe he'll run into him over there. Tell me about.
Ask Biff about perfume.
Yeah, you can ask Roman Reigns why he donates to me. Like, why do you donate to Joe?
Biff is probably like a brute kind of guy.
Yeah, you're right. Well, wait a minute. Biff, now, talk to me about this. Let's go back to you, because speaking of podcasts, you guys used to do a podcast that
We did.
I've been doing them like off and on for years, but yours, I don't know why, but yours, probably because it was good. But no, yours would pop up a lot for me. Like, I'd heard of that before I heard of you and seen you wrestle and anything. Like, I heard about, you know, the Bill and Ted kind of moniker thing that you guys were doing. And
yeah. Unfortunately, we had to take it down, but we did like 50-something interviews. It was pretty cool. Had some interesting ones.
Now, what do you think about, did anyone hear, when you were doing the podcast, were you ever like, oh, you know, were you trying to be like, let's not, like, because we're a little bit crazy here, but were you trying to be a certain way because, you know, someone could hear you, you're out there wrestling?
Yeah, absolutely. There was just, you know, certain things that we would, you know, like anything else, we just wouldn't talk about or whatnot. But I don't know, our podcast wasn't like anyone else's, I think, because they were like renegade style. I mean, we did one in the car with Eddie Edwards while we were driving back from a show in New York, you know, and then another time we did one like outside of Beyond Wrestling show in the parking lot with Colin Delaney and just, you know, just kind of, it wasn't like the regular podcast of just two dudes sitting at a microphone, like, you know.
It was like podcast on the go.
Asking typical questions like, so how did you start wrestling?
Yeah, you like that? How I went there?
It was more just like, hey, what did you eat at the show tonight? What did you think of it? Oh,
pizza.
You know.
Well, but that's why I liked it. It was just it was like I was out there. Like, it was weird. That's what I liked about it. Like, you were just, oh, this is podcast. This went down at the show. Like, if it was on video,
I'm just like more from a fan's perspective of just like, oh, what's it like just sitting down with these guys for an hour and BSing? You know what I mean?
Yeah. And people,
there wasn't really no format to the show. I mean, you know, we did a couple of things, but similar in each one. But just kind of like a freestyle, you know, kind of like what you guys do, except we didn't have anyone giving us donations.
Yeah, we've got a gimmick here. You know what I mean?
Roman Reigns never gave us perfume money.
JD is like red right now. He's like, I don't want nothing to do with perfume. Let me tell you why they told you the JT Road Dogs.
Why, are you allergic?
JD, you allergic?
No, I'm not allergic to perfume.
JD, would you ever wear perfume?
I'm allergic to Roman Reigns. That's it.
Oh, okay.
All right. You know, actually, I don't wear cologne ever. Do you guys?
No, I don't. I don't like it.
I do every now and then. I do.
Wow, yeah. We found something out about JD tonight.
Yeah.
I don't like it. I don't know what it is. I shower a ton, so I don't care. I
I hate at shows when guys spray all their gear with Axe because they don't feel like washing it, you know, and it just smells like cheap perfume and cheese.
That is not going to do it. I was never prepared for the stink of the locker room. That was one of the first things.
I'd rather do that than fucking wrestle Joey Ryan, who fucking oils himself up with fucking 16 bottles of oil every fucking night.
Oh, God. Yeah, what is
Joey? Seen him on Lucha Underground.
Have you ever wrestled?
He took a bottle in the ring and started fucking rubbing himself all over.
Teddy, have you ever been in the ring with Joey?
No, I've actually never even been on a show with him.
Wow. Okay. Because you've been on, you've been on a lot of shows. You know, I brought up that JT Road Dog thing, JT Dunn Road Dog, because when I said that thing about slapping, he actually DM'd me, and he was like, "What the hell does it mean that we slap each other around?" And I was like, "Oh, no, this is, I mean, like, there's this joke where this guy talks about the wrestlers slapping each other. He likes chops, so there was a lot of chops in the match. I told him he liked it, a lot of slapping." But, you know, JT thought, like, what are you trying to say? Like, you know?
Yeah.
So I just thought that was funny. He was like, what the fuck? What are you talking about? And I'm like, no, he's not that way. But no, Road Dogg.
I hope he gives you a donation for each slap that he likes.
Yeah, the next video I put up from Top Rope Promotions, somebody will owe me $10 per slap.
Every chop, $10 per chop.
Every chop. No, Road Dogg is cool. He's just I don't know, man. He's picked up on the stuff. Like, he's been cool. Like, I don't know. He's just kind of. I swear to God, he watches all the stuff and he likes it. You know, you're watching, dog. You know, he claims like, oh, they're gotta be good and the God stuff now, but he's watching.
I'm reading some of the comments on the show, and some of the questions are insane. Oh yeah, have I ever wrestled any more recognizable than Top Rope Promotions? Big Time Wrestling, Paragon Pro Wrestling out of Las Vegas. I'm going to be debuting I haven't announced this anywhere yet. This could be some
breaking news.
Teddy Goods wrestling gossip for your show.
Yeah.
I'm going to be debuting this May for Wrestle One teaming with Jay Freddy in Japan.
Wow, that's pretty crazy. How did that happen?
Actually, Jay Freddy's a longtime friend of mine. We met through 2CW, a promotion that ran for about 10 years in upstate New York. They actually just had their farewell show this past year. They were awesome. They were one of the best companies I've ever worked for. Everybody worked there, from Young Bucks to Kenny Omega to Spike Dudley to Samoa Joe to Kevin. I mean, their former champions are Dudley Boys, Young Bucks, Kevin Steen, Samoa Joe, AJ Styles. It's just a who's who,
Right.
But I met Freddie out there, and he's been to Wrestle One quite a few times now, and they're bringing him back, and they wanted to use him for some type of tag team thing that's going on, and they needed another American, so he asked me if I'd be interested. So the Teddy Freddy Express has been born.
Teddy Freddy, I like it. The Wrestle One, they knew though. Wrestle One's only been. Did they start in 2012 or I don't even know?
Yeah, Great Muta opened it in in the last 5 years. I don't think it's been around forever. I could be wrong, but I don't think so.
Yeah, I just remember when I feel like I covered it one time. Like I talked about it in like wrestling organizations that opened because there was like 3 that came out in like 2013, 2012, and I was talking about it. So are you going to be over there like?
I wrestled Kofi Kingston. The answer is no. Kofi was only on the indies for.
I wrestled Kofi,
and most of his shows were in Chaotic, and I didn't start wrestling for Chaotic until this past year.
Donation popping up here from Tom Wrestling 9. Who do you guys want Nakamura to feud with first when he comes up to the main roster? AJ Styles? I don't know. What do you think, JD?
I already said this on a couple of weeks ago on the show. Nakamura
God.
cannot be booked week to week to week like everybody else. He's got to be booked sparingly. You can't book Nakamura, otherwise it's going to fizzle out. He's not like everybody else.
All right. Well,
but yes, AJ Styles.
What the hell was I just saying? I completely friggin'. Oh yeah. Shit, I lost my train of thought. Teddy, what the hell were we talking about? Wrestle One.
Wrestle One. Yeah, I'm not sure the exact history as to how long they've been around, but from what I've seen, they're a pretty successsul promotion.
No, it's something I was going to ask you though, and God, I lost it now.
Well, being that Teddy's going to Japan to wrestle, did he? What'd you think? What do you think of all the Kenny Omega hype? And did you see the Wrestle Kingdom 11 match? What'd you think of it?
I thought it was great, and I thought it was different, and I think that's what wrestling now is all about. Like, I'm the kind of guy who watches a lot of 80s wrestling on YouTube. I don't know if it's because that's what I grew up with, but even like I like to watch awful wrestling, like Junkyard Dog versus King Harley Race 1988 at like our house show. You know what I mean? It's just, I don't know. That's the kind of stuff I like to watch. But what they're doing now, I get it. It's not everyone's cup of tea, but I mean, everything has to evolve. We don't use the same cell phones we used 10 years ago, those blue Nokias that have Snake on it. You know what I mean? It's just,
Teddy, do you
wrestling's got to change. If it's going to be sports entertainment, I mean, people know it's not UFC. They'll watch UFC if they want to see someone get punched out in 30 seconds. So the entertainment value, I just feel like it has to evolve. Some people hate the Young Bucks and the Bullet Club and 800 super kicks. I mean, I find it entertaining. Do I find it entertaining when every indie wrestler in the world or WWE tries to imitate, let's say, the Young Bucks? No, I think it's kind of lame. I mean, obviously everyone has to get their inspirations and influences from somewhere. We all do, but like the Young Bucks are awesome at what they do. Kenny Omega is awesome at what he does. There's only one of them, Kevin Owens is awesome at what he does, and there's only one of him. 100 fat slobs on the indie circuit who are like, well, I should be Kevin Owens. I don't, I'm gonna have the same body. I'm a good wrestler. It's like, no, you're not. And he's been around for 15 plus years to get where he is now, and he deserves it. And he's good at what he does, and he is almost like the new Stone Cold, because people look at Kevin Owens and they're like, oh, I look like kind of like that guy. He's not a physical specimen, and he's just going to go out there and speak how he feels and kick some ass, and I think that's easy for people to get behind when they can relate to the character like that.
Yeah, I think it's easy for the portion of the audience to get through, but WWE is so weird. The WWE is divided now up into so many portions of audience that it's like there's got to be a little something for everybody, but not one guy can be completely over, for the most part. Like Daniel Bryan was the closest thing to completely over that we've seen since Austin. And
Let me ask you guys this. Do you guys think that the Young Bucks and Kenny Omega will one day work for the WWE, or do you think they're just going to kind of go by the own beat of their own drum?
No, I think they'll make it. I think they'll be in WWE. Kenny Omega first.
Well, what I said is, I've been listening to Kenny Omega on Jericho's podcast, and I've been listening to him just speak. He's very well spoken. He's down to earth. He's got a good look. He's He's that top of the guy. He's that top of the promotion type guy that WWE is looking for to replace a Cena. In my honest opinion, I think he could. And what Omega said, he wants to take over the wrestling business. He wants to change the wrestling business. I don't think you can do that solely by being in Japan. I think if he wants to, at the age of 33, he's not getting any younger. I think in WWE, if they gave him that platform, he certainly could, and I hope he does.
Yeah, I mean, he could he's right up there with Finn Balor,
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no reason why. I mean, when he goes there, it's going to be a big deal. It's going to be a big event, just like Nakamura, just like Finn Balor, just like all these guys.
Let me ask you this, though. Everyone thought when Carl Anderson and Gallows went there it was going to be a big deal, and what happened? Like, oh, man, the Bullet Club's coming to WWE, and what happened?
I think it was more about the Bullet Club coming, and yeah, I think that he translates not quite as well. We got another glorious donation here. Let's see the glorious. Wow, look at this, Teddy. Teddy's bringing in the donation ratings. They can't hear the music, so I sound crazy if I start singing it.
Triple H wants to fuck me. Glorious.
It says, listen, JD, Kevin Dunn is checking out your videos and does not appreciate the disrespectful impressions of him, but mostly you diss the guy. If Taker wins the Rumble, I will kill the dead man once and for all. Believe that. That is from Roman Reigns again, donating $24 again. Roman Reigns. He will kill you, JD.
That is so much. You know how much Brute and Old Spice you can buy with $48?
Oh, my God. I'm going to lather myself up. I'm going to do it at a wrestling show, too. I'm going to be the stinkiest.
Here's a quick story for you. Speaking of perfume, you know what Jimmy Snuka's favorite cologne was? He wore it his whole career?
No. Spanish
Jupe.
Fly?
Joop. Jupe.
Jupe? I don't even know what that is.
Yeah, I didn't either until Superfly pulled it out of his bag and made everyone put it on.
Where is it from? Is that from
No, it's like something you'd buy at like a Walmart or something.
Really?
Or Bradley's back in the day.
It just doesn't sound like a cologne. Jupe. That doesn't sound like a cologne.
You need to get the next donation you should put towards buying a small little bottle of Jupe for yourself.
I'm gonna do an unboxing review of Jupe, and I'm gonna spray it on myself, and I'm gonna see if Leah likes it. If Leah likes it, then maybe I'll start wearing it. But,
and you have to play Superfly's theme song behind the whole unboxing.
I'll do it, and I'll rip the cap off so that it's open. I'll just dump it all over myself, and then I'll splash the bear in the middle of the living room. It will be unbelievable.
All you need is a tiger skin headband.
Why do people think you wrestled Kofi Kingston? I wrestled Kofi Kingston. What is wrong with you people?
Yeah, I don't know. I've wrestled Goldust.
Yes, that was a great match.
I've wrestled a lot of guys. I mean, I guess people on your show might be more familiar with, but I mean, all the '80s legends: Hacksaw Jim Duggan, Jimmy Snuka, Brutus Beefcake, Greg Valentine, Tito Santana, Coco Beware. That was all early in my career. Spike Dudley, the Dudley Boys, New Jack,
what was
Just Incredible, Jerry Lynn, Simon Dudley,
Jerry Lynn.
Diamond. I'm trying to think who more recently. Oh, Eddie Edwards, Roderick Strong,
right.
Christopher Daniels, Frankie Kazarian. Me and Biff and I wrestled them last year. Spirit Squad, obviously the Kingdom, Bennett and Taven. There's a lot. I mean, Luna Vachon, I wrestled her and teamed with her. That was pretty cool.
That's crazy. She's awesome.
Yeah.
What was it like with these people? Have you ever gotten in the ring with somebody like this? Like, where and you're just like, what the hell is, like, it was like a terrible experience or something?
Yeah,
like
Brutus the Barber Beefcake. It's always an awful experience wrestling him.
Why? Because he's
just out of his mind and he doesn't do anything, and he's a perfect example of someone who never evolved. He still thinks that it's 1989 and he's the cat's meow. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And there's plenty of people in every industry like that. I get it, but like, come on, man, you can't go out there and work the arm for 15 minutes straight and just keep having me jump out of the ring and just be doing a cheesy match from 1985, Like, wrestling's changed. And, like, it's an honor to get in the ring with those guys, but, like, in the same vein, like, I'm at a point in my career where I don't want to say I have nothing to gain out of being in the ring with Brutus the Barber Beefcake, but I don't think I'm being used to my full potential in a match against Brutus Beefcake.
Yeah, that's not for you. Yeah, I agree with that. Tell me about how
you know who else is completely insane, but he'll admit it, that I wrestled a couple years ago. Brian Christopher. When I wrestled Too Cool on a tour with Big Time Wrestling, and Brian Christopher's just out of his mind. But Scotty Too Hotty's the man. One of my good friends actually, and even Scotty and I talk pretty often. He knows about my love for New England wrestling and its roots and stuff, and we'll send each other old funny pictures. And Scotty's a good dude. Brian Christopher, totally insane. Nothing like Scotty.
Wow. I mean, Scotty's been great whenever I've met him. But yeah, Brian Christopher, so that's he's whacked out. What about it? Now, tell me about your style, because like your style, you know, you kind of have that. You're in the ring sometimes with these guys who start to do this, like everyone's trying to one up each other and do these corkscrews and 450s, and there's all these stuff going on all over the place. And you still, like, you have that classic WWE style, I think, but you also are modernized it. But also, but I always, every once in a while, I see you pull out something different. Like, I think I really hadn't seen you. You did the Canadian, I think a Canadian Destroyer or something in that match with JT Dunn.
That was the first time in probably legitimately 10 years I did that move, to be honest.
Wow.
It's, yeah, I mean, I got some old tricks I can pull. I mean, you have to evolve. You just can't you can't wrestle the Brutus Beefcake match your entire career. You got to step up your move set, you know, or whatever people want to call it these days, you know. Get this Teddy guy off and bring back JD.
You got to be careful. JD's over.
There's a question here for Teddy on my Twitter. Would you ever get in the ring with Brock Lesnar?
Yeah, of course. Who wouldn't?
Yeah.
I don't know what kind of question that is, but there you go. Teddy answered it for you.
Let me check my Twitter.
I'd love to get paid a quarter of what he's getting for the match. You know?
What is your here's all the common questions are pouring in now for you, Teddy. But people don't know you really. Some people do, some people don't. Some people see you in my videos. Do you have a dream match that you'd like to compete in? Who would you want to wrestle the most, I suppose?
That's kind of crazy, man. I've been pretty lucky. I've wrestled just about everyone I want to wrestle. You know who I want to wrestle? I want to wrestle Eddie Edwards one-on-one. We haven't had a one-on-one match since we started out together, and I haven't wrestled him one-on-one since.
Wow.
I'd like to get back in there with TK Orion, one of the 6-man tag team champions of Ring of Honor. One of the best matches I ever had was with his partner. It was Matt Taven and Michael Bennett against myself and Biff Busick. It's on YouTube. If you want to post the link later or whatever.
Are you talking about this? What do you?
You're calling the action.
The Summer Showdown match.
Yeah,
I love that match.
That's probably one of my favorite matches of all time, to be honest.
That was my first match, first night at Top Rope Promotions, and I was like, "This is awesome!" Like, talk about a night to be here.
You called Matt Taven Matt Tavern or something.
Yeah, I called him Matt Tavern because for the first half of the match, and I swear to God, it's because there was a tavern across the street. And I've been talking about it all day. Remember the tavern at the bar?
Yes.
So I kept calling him Tavern. And then finally Mike was like, on commentary, he was like, Taven. I get into these loops sometimes.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
no.
Apparently the Undertaker is also on your show, and he just challenged me as well. Asked if I'd like to wrestle him.
Teddy, I want to bury your ass. Somebody said, what was it like to super kick Joe in the face?
Oh, it was awesome.
Tell him about how I couldn't even walk. Like,
yeah, Joe was laid out. We had to leave him in the building because he was just dead.
I blew up
Literally.
wrestling a teddy bear. like if the people who trained me like years ago could have seen that. Like, I literally blew up wrestling a teddy bear. Like, we had to stop filming halfway through. Like, I had to catch my breath. Like, and then, Teddy was like, wow.
Somebody asked me what I think about NXT. I think NXT is probably the hottest promotion right now on television. I'm hoping to get a shot there. I had a tryout with WWE last March, and everything went awesome, and they've been in contact. They actually contacted me this October, and they're going to be bringing me down to Orlando for another tryout. So, hey, who knows? Maybe it could lead to a match in NXT or a match against Brock Lesnar and The Undertaker at NXT.
Maybe you'll face Biff. You get to go after Biff.
Maybe I'll team with Biff.
Or Orny Lorcan.
Yeah.
What do you
Biff
think?
is doing some good things down there. I mean, he's having some very good matches with Cien Almas.
Yeah, man, they're starting to tear it up. They're starting to give some guys, a break. Maybe not so known by the WWE universe. And that's the thing. Like, a lot of people only know NXT and WWE. They've never heard of me. They've never heard of Biff. They never heard of any of these guys before. But they go out there and YouTube them, and they watch some of their old matches, and they're like, wow, this guy's 100 times better than Undertaker, Brock Lesnar, and Brutus Beefcake combined. Like, just not saying that they are, but you catch my drift. It's just there's so much out there. I mean, YouTube is awesome. You can watch anything. I mean, Kenny Omega and all these guys, just anyone you've ever heard of, you can watch just at your disposal.
What was the training like when you went down there? I saw the video that WWE released.
It was pretty intense, man. It's like blow-up drills, running the rope, bumping, doing like knee raises, getting out of the ring, doing squats, push-ups. It's just what they call, we call them blow-up drills. It's just basically separate who's conditioned, who's coachable from who's a bonehead, And if you're not a bonehead, I feel like you can get an opportunity. I believe if you try your hardest and you're not a creep, basically, I think anyone has a fair shot.
Right. Were there? Who was working with you? Was it?
It was Matt Bloom.
Matt Bloom, Albert.
A-Train, Albert, Baldo, whatever you want to call him. William Regal. Couple of the referees. And the Revival was it the Revival? Yeah, they were running the tryout.
Oh, that's cool.
So
there's no better guys than those guys. Those guys are fucking amazing.
Yeah, it was a great experience, and the feedback was good. And I was kind of down in the dumps on that, feeling like nothing was going to become of it. But like I said, they contacted me, and I'm going to be going back. So we'll see what happens.
Shit, that's awesome, Ted. I'm going to go down there with you.
If after my first match in NXT, I will donate $24 for some.
I'll just be the guy in the front row marking out.
I'll one up Roman and donate 25.
This Bailey Smoked Rudolph said Teddy deserves to be in the WWE. Hopefully one day we will see him. That's a Bailey Smoked.
Somebody just asked if I would change my name if I went to WWE, and I mean, you don't even have control over that, of course. Who wouldn't,
Teddy, because you are such a, like, right now you're like the John Cena of Top Row Promotions. Like, I mean, I feel like when you come out, like, I'm legit. Like, I can easily go Mark mode, and when you come out now, it is that, like, feeling like this is the guy, like, of Top Rope. This is awesome, and I feel that way in the commentary and everything. What do you like? Do you think they would spin you heel? Like, do you think something like that would happen? I mean, because
I don't know. I mean, I spent most of my career in Top Rope Promotions as a heel. Hence why I wrestled a lot of those legends and stuff. I was like the go-to guy to wrestle the New Age Outlaws when they came to town, or the Dudley Boys, or whatever. But after doing that podcast with Biff, people just kind of started calling me Ted and not the ladies' man, my old persona, and it just made sense to go babyface, and we did at Summer Showdown. That's what we just didn't say, no rhyme or reason. We just came out as babyfaces. Yeah. And the response was awesome. Obviously, that night was electric. That was a crazy show. Who was like the headliner on that show? Do you remember?
It was Congo versus Steel.
But was Ric Flair there?
Oh, Ric Flair was there. That was the day that Roddy Piper passed, and poor Ric Flair.
It was a crazy night, but after that, I kind of went with. I think it was one of those things like. People just wanted to see me go babyface, when you're booing, I was the witty, funny guy. I was making fun, and cracking jokes, kind of like Roddy Piper. Not to say I'm in Roddy Piper's category, but it almost gets to the point where these heels are so funny, like Jericho and Steen. You just want to cheer for them, and they're supposed to be bad guys, but it's like it gets to a point where the bad guys are more over than the good guys.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, those are the
kind of to go heel now. I think it would probably get a response in Top Rope, but I do like being a good guy. Actually, I do like Top Rope too because their shows are very family friendly and stuff, and there's a lot of kids, and it is cool to influence children in a positive way and not just do 17 super kicks and what I mean. And people forget about you after the show. I do feel like people at Top Rope do like to see me. I think people look forward to the matches and stuff, but I also think it's time for me to reinvent myself because people get sick of John Cena. It's one of those things. People aren't going to keep drinking the Teddy Goods Kool-Aid much longer. I feel like I need to reinvent myself, or they're going to get tired of. Maybe that's just me. I'm always challenging myself.
I think it's still going. I mean, I think it's still going. The last year, it's been on fire. I mean, even my 7-year-old, I'm like, dude. The other night, I was like, he goes, "You're gonna get to be in the ring to do the announcing." I'm like, "Yeah," and then he's like, "Is Teddy Goods gonna be there?" Like, so, I mean, you're the guy, like, out of everybody so far that he remembers. He was only at one show, and he's seen some of the DVD stuff at home. But he'll be like, oh, is Teddy Goods there? And he'll look for it. So, yeah, dude, it's awesome. That's why I wouldn't even, I'm like, no, you're great as a face. I'd almost want to see you be a face because the potential is so good. But it wouldn't translate the same way over there. So, yeah. I mean,
I think I just found my new name. It's somebody, I forget, it was up top, Spoderman, GWO. He said, Teddy Tits McGee.
Teddy Tits McGee. Can you make that crazy look in your eyes and just like, grow your beard really dark? You can almost get away with like some, you're like the Sheik's cousin or something.
Oh, man. Hey, why not?
We got I think it's donations. Kevin Dunn, I'll read those. I'll read those after. I will play the donations after that I missed earlier. Mike says he likes Teddy Goods. He watched some of the work on the Top Rope website. So okay, let's talk about. I want to talk about
Fang McFrost.
Yeah, it wasn't. Hey, they didn't use it. Does WWE trademark that?
Fang McFrost.
That's what was that? Stone Cold's old name that didn't happen.
I don't know.
That was okay. I'll tell you. That was Fang McFrost was a name they came up with Steve Austin, and they ended up going with the Ringmaster instead. They literally Fang McFrost. I mean, or maybe it was after Ringmaster when they were going to call him Stone Cold or whatever. That's weird. Who the hell would even consider Fang McFrost unless you
Probably
were...
a Kevin Dunn idea.
Oh God. JD. But no, Ted, I mean, tell us, everybody right here is kind of just curious about, wrestling with legends like Goldust and stuff like that. What is it like when you go in matches with them? I mean, a lot of times is it just, like they show up and like on the spot, you're like, this is what we're going to do. You know?
It depends, man. Some guys, like I said, the old guys who really don't care about their matches anymore, they don't even talk to you until 2 seconds before the match. You know what I mean? And
right.
Someone like Goldust who actually cares about his performance will approach you before the match, and maybe you pitch some ideas back and forth with each other.
It's like like I heard when Vader came in over SummerSlam, or Summer Showdown this year, and I don't think he said a word to anybody. He was just like, all right.
Yeah, Vader, I don't really know what's going on with him. I feel like he's kind of in a bad place right now, Like, I don't know, just wasn't the Vader. Well, then again, I don't know. Vader's known to kind of be an a-hole, so, he doesn't have the best reputation, so maybe he's just being Vader.
Who is somebody that surprised you that you liked a lot? Like, you're like, wow, this guy, I didn't think he was like this. He was really cool.
It's not a guy, actually. It's a girl, Maria Kanellis. When I've known Mike Bennett, my whole wrestling career almost, and
yeah.
The first time I traveled with them, they weren't married. They definitely weren't married yet, but I just figured this is going to be this ditzy diva, you know what I mean? Celebrity. This is going to be the most annoying ride up to Maine ever, yada, yada, yada.
Yeah.
She's just really intelligent and cool, and just, I don't know, I guess I was surprised by it. Like, don't judge a book by its cover,
Yeah.
Some other guys, that are really cool. I mean, I don't know, man. Not too many. Some guys that are jerks, a lot of the old legends, I feel like, are jerks,
Yeah. Because they
the 80s guys. They feel like, who's awesome? Demolition. Super cool guys.
Yeah, they were cool, yeah.
Godfather, one of the coolest dudes in wrestling. Someone I'd consider a friend. Like, I've literally hung out with him in Las Vegas, non-wrestling related. Just, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
Just an actual friend, Scotty Too Hottie, super nice guy. I don't know. I'm trying to think who I can tell you is jerk. People at TV are jerks. The Miz, a-hole,
Yeah.
Jericho won't even make eye contact with you. You know what I mean?
Right. Well, even he said about Ellsworth. I remember when he had Ellsworth on. He's like, we kind of joked about him, laughing at him from across the room, like, what is this guy? And then eventually then all of a sudden Jericho realized there was something, and then he was cool with him. Yeah.
Hey, look at Ellsworth. Good for him, right? Right place, right time. Like, there's nothing appealing about that guy, and now he has a 6-figure contract.
It's pretty freaking amazing. It's funny, he was booked to come on my show, and then now he can't. Because you have to go through WWE relations or whatever.
Yeah, they won't let anyone do podcasts or video shows or anything like that, especially with some of the questions you have on your show. I think you'd be in some hot water,
Yeah, I don't think nobody's coming on my show. You have to get approved by WWE Talent Relations, and then they happen, and they see my show. So, wow, shit, I lost it again, man. I had something I wanted to. Oh yeah, here it is. I got a question. New Japan Pro Wrestling. Have you ever been contacted by ROH? I'd love to see Teddy Goods in ROH.
No, I've never been. Oh, actually, I did get contacted years ago by their announcer, Bobby Cruz, to do something at a show. But I wasn't available. Nothing came of it. It wasn't even a match. It was like guys, security guard thing getting tossed around by Cesaro and some other guys. And that was a long time ago. But no, I guess the only way it works now in Ring of Honor really is, they have these tryout camps that you pay to go to, and then you can try out, and they're limited to so many wrestlers, and they do pick guys out of every camp and use them, but I haven't done one yet.
All right, let's roll around the ball here. JD.
Yes, sir.
Alex M wants to know, he believes that Seth Rollins will win the Royal Rumble. He wants to know what you have to say about that.
I want Sami Zayn to win the Royal Rumble. I think he's the perfect fit for the Royal Rumble.
Sami Zayn.
My top two right now are Sami Zayn and Braun Strowman. Actually, I think if WWE smart, that's the final two, like we discussed already on the show.
That would be cool. El Generico winning the Rumble.
I went to the Royal Rumble once in 1994.
Wait a minute, you went to it or you were?
No, I went to it. Yeah,
Right.
It was like the one where Undertaker went against Yokozuna.
Oh, okay, all right.
That was the one. That was the one with Lex and Brett going over the top rope at
At the same time.
Brother.
Dude, I remember that. I was so freaked out as a kid because you had to wait so much longer to figure out what was going on. And I was like on pins and needles. Like, who the hell won the damn thing?
Yeah.
Who are you behind? Lex or Brett? Who are you behind?
I probably like Brett more. You know who I actually liked at that time was Shawn Michaels. I think was that Shawn Michaels right before had he already turned on?
That's who I like too. I liked him as a heel the whole time he was a heel. Shawn Michaels.
He was pretty good. I didn't like Lex Luger. He never did anything for me.
I didn't like him either. Isn't that messed up? Like, we were kids, we were looking for the next Hogan, and when none of us bought it, like, I agree with you. I liked Brett, and I really liked Shawn, and I was never really into Lex.
Well, they made Lex Luger look like a fucking dummy because he beat Yokozuna at SummerSlam in '93 by like a count out or DQ. I forgot what it was, but you know, he beat him. He didn't win the title, and they had balloons and confetti and fireworks and all this shit, and he didn't even do anything.
Yeah.
Well,
Lex Express.
Well, 9-year-old me wasn't thinking that. I was just probably like, who, whatever. I thought Shawn Michaels was cool because he was an asshole. That's why I like Shawn. And he was just the athleticism. I just loved when he was just the way he sold. So I mean, that's why I like Shawn. And Bret Hart was like, you look at the guys like Bret Hart and Shawn Michaels now, the way they wrestled. You know, I don't see anything like that most of the time when I'm watching.
It's a lost start, man. It's a lost start.
In Top Rope Promotions, you can see Teddy Goods do it, though. I mean, you know, I mean, you guys, I'm more into the story. Like, a lot of independent companies, they just throw guys out there like, okay, whatever, you verse him and whatever happens. But Top Rope, it's weird. Like, there's a lot more sort of continuations. And I like that because the story remains. There's something to talk about. There's a reason for doing things. It's not just everybody gets thrown together every time and whatever.
I'll just say this because I know there's a lot of people out there who have no idea what Top Rope is, or probably even a lot of independent wrestling. But going to an independent wrestling show will totally change your view of ever going to WWE live ever again, because you're right up close. These guys are clobbering each other, just trying to make a name for themselves. Like, the action is just 10 times better, and that's not to knock the WWE guys, but those guys wrestle. You got to remember 5-6 nights a week. They're not going to go out there and kill each other. They're just going to go out there and dance around and get through the night. They're not on TV 4 or 5 of those nights. So, like, when you go to that event, let's see, a WWE live event, you're not going to see crazy, hard-hitting independent wrestling action. You're going to see, you know, guys go out there and dance around like chickens and just do stupid stuff to kill time, and have a little, they'll have a match longer that's on TV, but you're not going to see anything risky. Like, not that risky wrestling is good, but the guys in the independents are really giving it their all to make a name for themselves, where the guys at WWE, they've already made a name for themselves. They're just providing some entertainment for the evening. You're not going to see crazy stuff. You're not going to see titles change hands. You're not going to see any storyline stuff. It's just a show, just to entertain you for that night, and then you forget about it. Whether you liked it or you thought it sucked, you just go home and you watch Raw the next Monday. But as someone who went to an independent wrestling show for the first time after going to WWE, I started with WWF shows. Dude, it's nothing like it. I mean, some of the guys, Scotty 2 Hotty was on the first independent show I ever went to in 1991.
Damn.
At the PAL Hall.
How old is Scotty? I thought he was like 40 or something.
Yeah, Scotty's in his early 40s, but it's just crazy, man. But you can't. I'm just telling you, people that come to these shows for the first time are like, wow, this blows away the live event I went to.
Right.
You can't compare. These guys are doing all kinds of crazy stuff, trying to make a name for themselves. You really just can't compare. And the atmosphere, as you know, Joe, is just unlike anything else. The fans all follow the wrestlers. They know everything about them. They follow their storylines and everything else. But the action is just so much crazier, and you feel like you're a part of the actual event. Whereas WWE, you're sitting 500 feet from the ring, you're cussing the wrestlers out. They can't even hear you, man. They don't really, quite frankly, care. Yeah. Whereas at an independent show, it's personal. It's cool.
It is awesome. It's an atmosphere that's completely different. I definitely recommend it as well. And I've got questions up the ass here real quick. We got a few more minutes with Teddy. Here's a couple. Here's a good one. I have one as well, but here's one about what was it like working with New Jack? We have to know that.
Scary. We the guy. It was I forget what the match was, but it turned into me and a couple of local guys against Spike Dudley and New Jack, and everyone was just hoping New Jack didn't pull a knife out and slice our throats. So basically, when I ran out there, I just was hitting New Jack as hard as I could, and afterwards he praised me for it.
Nice. So the key is to hit him hard, or if you don't, he'll stab you.
I guess. Yeah, I don't know. He was in a good mood that day. Actually, it was weird. He showed up and he was heavily sedated, and then when the match happened, yeah, so that was kind of scary. But
that's the scary thing, is you don't know what's going to make him do it.
Yeah, I don't know, dude. He's like a time bomb. You don't know what's going to happen, you know?
The wrong look, like the minute. See, like if I was ever involved in that, I'd be like, the minute I saw him look any weird or different, I would just leave the building. Like,
well, our backup plan was we were going to kick the crap out of him if anything funny business went down. You know what I mean?
Right. Like, all right, we'll just kill him.
You know, three or guys on one, we would have done some damage. You know.
That's hilarious. Ask Teddy if he'll ever shave that Osama beard.
I don't know, man. I had no Osama beard in that first picture you posted, you know?
No, yeah. Well, that's what I mean. Like, it's funny. You were clean cut more when you were the heel, but now as a face, you got the big beard. But it's weird. You look different. Like when you are a heel, when you're a bad dude, like you can look pretty evil if you want to, but like you just look you look happy all the time when you come out. It's pretty cool that you can do both. Some people can't. Yeah. That's me sucking Teddy. Let's see. So my question was like, you know, out of all the times you wrestled, like, what's like the worst injury? Like when you've been in the ring and it's just like, oh God, like this we can't continue, or you had to continue.
One time I got busted open pretty bad by a mistake, freak accident with Spike Dudley in a cage match right before the match even started. That was kind of scary.
Before it started, like you were fighting?
During training, when I first started, my head hit someone's tooth, and I was in the hospital for 2 weeks with an infection in my forehead. It was just squirting blood. That was straight up New Jack style.
Oh my God.
That and just numerous dislocated shoulders, which I eventually had 2 surgeries for.
That's on both shoulders?
No, the other shoulder I need surgery on, but the first shoulder I've had surgery on twice.
Oh, well, for a separated shoulder?
I had a torn labrum, so my shoulder would just come out of the socket in every match.
Oh my God! So that's all healed up?
I'd have to like Mel Gibson it back in, slam it back in.
That's pretty badass. JD, you ever slammed your shoulder back into itself?
No, and I don't plan to.
No. Why not?
I got a question for Teddy.
Oh,
being that he's been in the business for 16, 17 years, what was, if you were to go back on one moment in wrestling that made you think, you know what, I want to do this for the rest of my life, what would it be?
I think it's when I went to see it live for the first time. I saw Hulk Hogan wrestle Mr. Perfect and Randy Savage against Dusty Rhodes. And just the atmosphere, I was like, wow, I'd love to. I think that's when I really got hooked. I think what made me want to do it was the first independent show I went to, when I was like, whoa, there's wrestling, like small, like, you know, smaller scale. Like I never dreamed of ever even stepping foot in a WWE locker room. Like I just thought my goal was to just wrestle at this local wrestling promotion, you know. And since then I've got to get hired as an extra for WWE, I don't know, a couple of dozen times, you know. So I was a Rosebud once. No, I was a Rosebud a few times actually.
Really? Wow.
You were
I was a Rosebud for like 4 days in a row.
Really? That's cool. No.
Hey, here's one. Biff was the bunny once.
Biff was the bunny once?
Yep.
That's awesome. That's awesome. The Road Dogg was the bunny for a while too, right?
Oh, I don't know. I did that. It was only for like a 4-day gig with that. But
so many people with the bunny. Now you were a security guard one night on Raw too, right?
Yeah, John Cena on Raw one time.
That was recent. What was that like? You were there with like Stephanie, I think, and
quick,
Cena.
Man, like we were like talked about it for like 2 minutes. They filmed it again, and then boom, done.
Oh, wow. Okay, so that was it.
That was quick. I mean, it was quick. They were cool. Stephanie was nice. Cena, the first time I ever met Cena, was a complete douche. In 2009, I did something for Backlash pay-per-view with him and Edge, and he was just really rude, kind of like rude to us, you know, like condescending. And then a couple years later when I saw him, he was cool. And when we did that skit, he was cool. So I don't know, maybe it was just the time and the place. I don't really know. But my first initial impression of him, yeah, he wasn't too cool. But
I remember
2009, you know.
Yeah, it was different. My story that I heard was I had my co-host for 2 years. He was in the military, and Cena was over there. And my co-host, kind of a little bit of a loudmouth, you know, he walked over or something and said something like, I guess, you know, he'd been talking to some guy for a long time, and he was like, I'm never going to get to say it. So he walked over, I guess, while they were sort of like not talking for a second, and he was like, hey, I really appreciate you, you know, coming out here to do this for us and everything. And then I guess Cena just looked at him and was like, huh? And then turned away.
But in their defense, these guys get approached every day by dozens of strangers.
Get away from me.
You know, who they'll never see again, and they get the same questions, I'm sure, and the same thank yous. And, you know, unfortunately, when you're off the clock, you don't want to be talking about work. So, I mean, it is what it is. You know, I don't hold it against them.
What do you think about Randy Orton in this situation that just happened like that? He was in the gym, and some fan was, like, fanboying him the whole time, and he was just trying to work out, and, like...
Oh, I didn't see it. But that's annoying. Yeah, of course. Like anything. That's just...
But this stuff does this stuff happen? This stuff probably happens to you, too. Like, I mean, at certain times, right? I mean, like...
You know, people always want to talk to you about wrestling and just ask the same generic questions, but... You know, when you meet people for the first time or you go like to a function and there's, you know, just people there. Oh, you're the wrestler. Hey, I'm going to ask you 8 million dumb questions. You know, it's just, it is what it is. So most people are pretty nice about it, and you can kind of just like yes them to death and then finally stop. And then once in a while you get someone, I guess, who's super annoying and just put them in their place, you know?
Right. Enough. Stop.
Yeah.
Anything weird ever happened to you with a fan, like you know, climbing in the ring or trying to do something goofy? And
yeah, 2 times. One time, a dude tried to get in the ring at PAL. He was holding a knife.
Oh my God.
Another time.
Was it Sean's View?
What's that?
Was it Sean's View Entertainment?
I don't know who it was. No, yeah, I don't know who it was. It was some guy, but he was flashing a knife. And then another time, a woman jumped on my back whose son I was wrestling at a big-time wrestling event.
What the hell? At a big-time show?
We were outside the ring, and I chopped him or something, and she, like, jumped on my back like a piggyback.
Wow. So he, like, did she, like, she didn't know the whole thing was, like, a work and everything, and she just...
I don't know. There was no guardrails at that show, so she just kind of ran out and jumped on me, you know?
That is so bizarre. That is awesome.
Speaking of big-time wrestling, I'm going to be doing an event for them in March. I'm wrestling for their heavyweight title, and Kurt Angle's the referee.
Wow, that's going to be cool.
Yeah,
when is that? Wait, when is that?
I believe it's March 24th or 25th. It's that weekend, I believe. I'll keep you guys posted when I get more details. But.
What's the next event that you're at? We're going to wrap this thing up here, but what's...
Yeah. I'm wrestling for PvP Pro Wrestling next weekend against actually the guy I'm going to be teaming with in Japan, Jay Freddy. Top Rope Promotions comes back to Brockton March 10th. Anyone who lives in Massachusetts, I definitely recommend that. Just because the atmosphere is crazy. There's a bar, cheap drinks, there's karaoke. There's a bunch of guys in sweater vests that call themselves the Drunk Street Posse who are just totally obnoxious.
Dude, I played the video of them the other night. People love them now. Like, they're like...
Oh, well, there you go.
Now they're over.
Your crowd, I think that might be the spot for them.
I made fun of one of them. I don't know if... The yellow shirt guy.
Top Rope's returning to the PAL Hall on March 24th, I believe. They still haven't announced the name. I think they're bringing in a big name for that one. So
yeah, that'd be a good show.
I've heard some of the names discussed. I don't want to disclose, but we'll see. Hopefully, it all goes through.
What was it? What was it like with your match when we JD got to do the announcing in the last match with me? Unfortunately, the audio didn't work. You know, the Hardy Boys were there. That was cool.
Oh,
that was like one of the biggest shows.
I wrestled Dirty Daddy Chris Dickinson, who's a pretty high-profile independent wrestler. That was a really good match. It was the first time we ever wrestled each other.
Really?
Yeah, I thought it was. I was happy with it. The audience seemed happy with the event. So
that was a great match. I love that match. He's really another one of those guys that's. I feel like he's a little bit stiff, and it just looks good. JD,
and you know, no one wants to see that dainty stuff. They want to see us kill each other. So if you can, some people are better at doing it without hurting each other, and some people just hurt each other. It's just different strokes for different folks. You know, it's an art.
Yeah, he's big over in New York, I believe. But it's that is cool. That was a cool match. I like that, and it wasn't even the main event. It was like we got a lot of good stuff that night. That was the biggest show I think by Top Rope Promotions.
To all the people asking me questions about the Rumble and WWE and stuff, I really don't have an answer because honestly, I don't really watch Raw or SmackDown, so I just can't. Which sounds terrible, but I just can't answer you. I don't even know who's in the Rumble. Let me guess: Dean Ambrose or Triple H or Sheamus or Randy Orton's going to win. I don't know. Those are the guys that are always at the top, right?
Well, they've gone away from them recently. You know, they've kind of turned it around a little bit. But yeah, Triple H might be there. Goldberg's going to be in it.
Are the New Day still a faction?
Yeah, they're still hot. They did lose the tag belts, but they did beat Demolition's record.
I was wondering if they were going to get old with the fans, if it's going to have the Cena effect, because just after a while, people just love to hate.
I think a lot of the people that went from hating them to liking them have gone now to hating them, but there's still there's a huge part of the audience that still loves them. So, and there's those people that are reluctant to oh well, everything else kind of stinks, so I guess I'll cheer for this.
PlayStation. Someone asked Xbox or PlayStation, but I have a PlayStation 3. I'm so out of touch with modern stuff, man. Wrestling and video games, I'm out of touch, I guess.
Is it the backwards compatible PlayStation 3?
I believe so, yes.
That's how you do it, then. There you go.
Man, who is in the Rumble? I mean, I don't even know who I would pick. I wish it would just be something new to stir the pot.
Lesnar, Undertaker, and Goldberg are the big three in the Rumble.
Yeah, but Brock Lesnar is easily the best in the Rumble, I mean, I don't know if Kurt Angle comes back. I guess I'd like to see him win and wrestle at WrestleMania. That'd be cool, right?
We want to see Angle. I want to see Angle versus AJ Styles. I want to see him win the Rumble and go up against AJ, but I don't think that's going to happen.
Yeah, that would be a good match. I mean, that'd be crazy, I don't want to see Kurt Angle wrestle the Undertaker. Quite frankly, I don't want to see the Undertaker wrestle. I get it, it's a phenom, but I don't know, man. Has that ship sailed? Is he going to do anything we didn't see 20 years ago? I don't know. Is that a bad way of looking at it?
Well, and he's also lost the streak, so I mean, now you don't even have that streak to hold up. So maybe AJ Styles could wrestle him, I feel like.
I want Hulk Hogan to be a mystery entrant in the Rumble. I don't care if he gets eliminated, but that would be something, I guess, right? For the nostalgia.
Yeah, Titus O'Neil can eliminate him. It'll be great.
Then Titus O'Neil should eliminate himself. There's a guy who's gigantic. He has all the tools, but he just never really seemed to get on top, huh?
Yeah, Titus is another guy that people were advocating for, and he's been actually nice to me on Twitter as well. But Titus, I don't know, dude. I think he's really, to be honest, listen, I love Titus. I hate to say this, but I feel like he's kind of lost a little bit of a step. I mean, when you watch him now, he looks like he's 2 seconds away from blowing out his leg whenever he walks around or runs around in the ring.
Yeah, it's just crazy because he's such a big dude and he's so athletic. You think he'd be like world champion,
He's great with the kids and great with what he does. No mistake about that. But yeah, they just can't. They can't find the right role for him at all. He's doing these things with New Day. That suspension
killed him.
You're right.
Yeah, that was it. Well, now they have to keep him out of spite,
Yeah, well, I mean, I think he was just booked to do so much charity and grassroots work with kids in schools and stuff. I think he's there for that. Put him on TV a couple times to make sure the kids recognize him when he shows up at the schools.
Yeah.
He did this whole thing with New Day recently where he's trying to get in New Day. He's like, I want to be in New Day, and then when they tell him no, now he's mad at them. It's just it's terrible, to be honest.
Yeah, sounds like it.
All right, man. Well, listen, Teddy, anything else you want to plug before you get out of here? I know you're on ProWrestlingTees.com.
People can follow me on Twitter. I'm at Ted Goods with a Z. I'm on it, Instagram, Facebook, all that stuff. Ted Goods, Teddy Goods, and anyone who's interested, if you like my page or shoot me a tweet, whatever, and I'll send you some cool matches and some upcoming events, and we can be internet socialites.
You can be friends with Teddy Goods, and then he's going to be in the WWE, and if you don't be friends with him, you're going to be like, oh, I should have tried to be friends with him and plug him a bunch back when I had the chance.
When Teddy Tits McGee makes his debut, and then I'm back on the indie circuit as Teddy Goods and killed the bunny off, they'll be really sad they're not my friend.
Tits McGee! I can only imagine calling that. It'd be amazing.
Did somebody just donate $1?
Yes, somebody.
I wonder
did.
if that could get us a sample scratch of Jupe.
Yeah, give me one of those little tiny bottles.
Or like a scratch and sniff card,
I am gonna play all the donations afterwards. I know a lot of them we missed, but I'll get them. But I didn't want to interrupt our conversation with Ted. But yeah, come out. March 10th in Brockton, Massachusetts. If you're in New York, New Hampshire, I don't know, drive up here. You be a psycho.
I'm in South Carolina on February. I'm in North Carolina February 10th, South Carolina February 11th at the Dorton Arena and the Spartanburg Memorial Hall, where they used to run tons of WCW and NWA events. The shows draw Big Time Wrestling does it right, man. There's 2,000-3,000 people at all those events easily. Yeah, Big Time's figured out something. They've been killing it up and down the East Coast. They've got Kurt Angle on some upcoming events, Sting, Ric Flair, Ricky Steamboat, Road Warrior Animal. They've always got like the names that draw fans in, you know.
I like to. What do you think about ever getting Cody Rhodes over here to this area? You like to wrestle
Cody Rhodes is an awesome dude. I did a tour with him for Big Time the last time I was in the Carolinas, actually. He's a really nice dude. Yeah, I'd like Top Rope to bring him in, and I'd like to wrestle him, actually. I'd like to put the belt up against Cody. That'd be a good one.
That would be awesome. Well, guys, check it out at Ted Goods on Twitter. Again, I'll be at those events, too, doing commentary, so come hang out and come meet Ted. And come have a good time. I really appreciate you coming on, Teddy. It's been a long time coming, I think. And
cool. Having me, man. And anytime you and the Bear want a rematch, I'm down.
I'm gonna get in shape though for it if I do that.
Cool. All right.
All right, Ted. Thank you so much. Have a good night, man.
Later, guys.
Later, man.
All right. That was the champ. I'm gonna call him the champ. He is the champ of Top Rope Promotions, heavyweight champ for almost a year now. Really kicking some ass. JD, I think I'm going to hang up on you, and you call back, and we'll take phone calls.
All right. Sounds good.
All right, let's do that. Call right back. JD's going to call back. We're going to take some phone calls. I'm going to go over your donations that we missed while we were talking to Ted. Just the dude's a great guy. These guys have been just killing it. Like when you see stuff that's good, you want people to see it so bad. That's why that guy made that sign at WWE saying that his independent wrestling promotion was better than WWE or whatever the hell he did. You just kind of people do it for me. That's why they bring in JD. They bring JD signs and Joe Cronin signs to the Raw events. Let me see here. Oh my God, Deacon Do Dirty earlier donated this. This is great, JD. Nakamura should feud with Rosetta Stone.
Oh, he's not that bad.
Have a pizza. No, I'm. No, he sounds all right. The best was
Charlotte.
The best was the Samoa Joe shit. Like when he just he acted weird, so Samoa Joe would get upset. Like I thought that stuff was fucking great. Jack says bigger balls. Okay, I remember that donation. Okay, here's one. Let's see if I can get it. Tom Wrestling became a shit bum. Tom Wrestling.
First when he gets his demotion. Lol.
Can you hear that, JD?
No.
All right, let me call the show. What do you think Nakamura would feud with? Oh yeah, who do you think Nakamura would feud with first when he gets his demotion? When he comes up
like
to
we
Raw?
said, either Styles or who else is on SmackDown? I mean, Styles or Cena.
Maybe the Miz. Maybe the Miz could be like, "Who are you? I don't know who you are." And he get feud with the Miz.
Because Cena Nakamura is gonna eventually be a thing too.
That would be interesting. Why can't I take? Oh, so now Skype's doing that thing where I can't take phone calls. Like, what the fuck is going on? Let me get these donations out of the way. We got to run through a bunch of these. Deacon Do Dirty said that thing about the thing. Listen, this is for you, JD. Kevin Dunn has checking out your videos. He's not appreciative and disrespectful impressions of him. That was from Roman Reigns.
We read that one, yep.
We read the Roman Reigns one where he said, I'll make my presence felt out of nowhere next week. I will make you bitch and fuck your teeth up like mine, and I will delete you. The man's spoken. You're fucked, JD. Believe that. That was from Roman Reigns. $14 donation.
Holy shit. Somebody donated over $10.
Roman Reigns should join Kota Rhodes at Bullet Club in Brooklyn, Japan. BTW, we love JD and Joe, but we just whipping too hard, so we got to wee wax. Listed to JD on Mushroom Pizza and Joe to Atlantic City. Good vibes and GNC Choo Choo Twains.
Thank you, Broken Vitamin JD Cream. What the fuck with that name?
What the fuck is that?
I have no idea what that name is, but cool. That's so bizarre. What a weird name. We got more donations that we have to read here.
Oh my god, I love Seth Rollins.
Kevin Dunn sent me this message for your JD. I don't appreciate the disrespect from you. I will appear for Out of Nowhere next week. You will be beaten and your teeth will be fucked. I shall delete you, Goon. You're fucked, JD. Believe that, JD.
Everybody go tell Teddy Goods on Twitter he's a sexy beast. That would be weird. Thank you so much for that $25 donation, Roman Reigns. You better believe that. Roman Reigns is coming after you, JD. I don't know what's going on, but
That's all right. His career's dead anyway, so I got nothing left to do.
WWE and the fans who chanted "You suck" during Angle's entrance. It's not a sign of respect. It's disrespectful.
Really?
Fuck John Cena and Roman Reigns.
Sasha's Mouthblood, thank you for the $5.50. What do you think, JD?
About what?
Do you think it was disrespectful that the crowd chanted "You suck" during Angle's thing? I mean, I thought it was an homage to what everybody used to do.
I would consider it an homage, but I don't understand it. But I mean, it is what it is.
All right. Everyone's telling Teddy Goods he's a sexy beast on Twitter. Jesus.
Only guy he's the only guy that could get fucking elected into the Hall of Fame and have someone chant "You suck" at him.
Maybe they'll chant like "You rock." So there's nothing really that goes with it that's not lame. Like "You suck" just sounds good. It's like this is what's supposed to happen. So they said Stone Cold Steve Austin might be the one to induct him. That makes sense. I
could see that.
I think Stone Cold really helped him be put on the map as far as the comedy stuff. He worked really well with Stone Cold. I mean, despite Steve Austin being completely booked weird and wrong and them doing the wrong thing with Steve's character, Angle's character did well because of
Monica's trying to donate and it's not going through.
What the fuck? God damn it. Monica wants to donate. Let her donate. What kind of bullshit is that? That Monica can't donate. I'm pissed. People, let Monica donate, please. She's probably in her panties waiting for her husband to come home like she always is. There's so many problems tonight that I was a little screwed up, unfortunately, with our audio problems. I was trying to take phone calls the whole time Teddy was here. I was trying to fix it. It just wouldn't work, as always. But if you guys haven't subscribed, click the subscribe button down below, Joe Cronin Show on YouTube. And if you have not gone over to JD's channel, make sure you go over to JD from NY206. JD, got anything else you want to add as far as news or rumors or opinions on shit?
No, man, it's been a slow week. NXT tonight, they had the contract signing with Bobby Roode and Nakamura. That was about it. There's no Lucha Underground. We said what we had to say on Monday Night Raw and SmackDown on our reviews. I mean, it's the same shit. Raw sucks. SmackDown is the thumbs up.
And while we talk about thumbs ups and SmackDown, speaking of SmackDown, can we get to the best highlight of SmackDown? I wonder if anybody knows what is the best highlight of SmackDown. JD, can you guess?
That actually happened on the show last night?
Yeah, that actually happened on SmackDown last night. What was the best?
JBL tripping over himself?
You are correct, sir.
Well, maybe you think WWE would figure out that there's too many fucking commentators by ringside.
Yeah, he tripped over the 100 commentators.
Tripped over
Kurt
fucking
equals
Tom
goat.
Phillips.
Nobody is better. Reigns, Cena, and Strowman win at Rumble. Worst Rumble ever. Gonna kill myself.
Thank you, Sasha's Mouthblood, for the $5 donation. I don't know. We've had some bad other Rumbles before, to be honest. I don't know.
Like 2014, 2015.
At least the 14, you can go back and laugh at the boos. Yeah. But man, thank you, Sasha's Mouthblood, and everybody who donated tonight. And let's just laugh some more at JBL. Like, this is, I mean, come on. Was Todd Phillips is just like, oh. I give JBL credit for being able to get in the ring after that. That's the payback for.
I didn't even notice it when it first happened.
Oh, I did. I was like, "Who's this guy?" I thought someone was running I thought someone ran the guardrail, and then I realized it was JBL and was like, "Oh boy, this is great." I tweeted him on Twitter and was like, "Hey, look out for that first step." He didn't. I don't know why we can't add calls. Like we fucked up the phones again. We fucked up Skype. I swear to God, it's a thing where you have to like call and get yourself out of it. I feel like taking Teddy's video call screwed it up. Like, and now it's messed up. I mean, maybe it won't if we hang up and we do it again. But we got to get out of here. Me and JD are probably dead right now. I'm tired as hell. Just things didn't quite go right audio-wise tonight for the show. But that's okay. I'm sleepy. Follow me on Twitter at Joe Cronin, JCS. Not the one you see below. And then JD's JD from NY206. JD, anything you want to plug?
No, not really, man. Off the script this weekend. T-shirts, barbershop window. You know, same shit. You guys know the deal.
All right. I promised to bring it for my Monetize This show on Friday night. And it's going to be one hell of a drinking night. JD's invited. We'll see if, JD, if you want to show up, come on over. I recommend this Teddy Goods t-shirt, by the way, everybody. It's fucking cool. Could be in the WWE soon. Get the t-shirts now. The guy's got to be in WWE soon. I mean, I've been saying
Pro
this.
Wrestling T says no more production.
Yeah, they pull it all down. Like they did the Flares shit.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so tired. I have no idea what to say. Like I'm so tired from work all day and everything. I don't know what to say right now. Like I just want to pass out. Out of Nowhere, episode number 54. Thank you guys for watching. Go check out the new Leo Kruger gimmick. Leo Kruger has become like insane. Aldo Rose is dead, and he's coming to a wrestling show near you. It seems like.
Now he's just Kruger.
Now he's Kruger. Do you spell it differently too, or is it Kruger?
Yeah, I think he spelled it differently too.
Because he'll get sued by the Meek Man.
Meek Mahan.
There you go. Thanks for watching, guys. Good night. And thanks for the donations and everything, too. We definitely needed some money, so we appreciate it.
Oh, and Davey's a faggot.
Oh! I fuck Keemstar's mom.